There we go. Anyways, hi guys. So I finally got in for the Witchwood, the new set release for Hearthstone, and I'm gonna be opening some packs for myself. And also I have entered the Witchwood. First legendary, the free legendary that I got is Houndmaster Shaw. Hunter, your other minions have Rush. That's a pretty good start so far. Anyways, just get into this. Changing of the Mammoth to the Raven. Whole new season. Bunch to cycle out. Once I'm done opening packs, well, maybe I'll create a deck. So old gods, like 1/9 Karazhan and Mean Streets of Gadgetzan are all gone from standard now. Swap Cold Light Oracle and Molten Giant are going back to the Hall of Fame. Get 1,400 dust for that. That's pretty nice. And your special quest that everyone gets for the new set is, as many people know, it's you get a new character for Druid. It's a new hero for Druid. I'm just gonna throw something together because it won't let me do anything unless I have like a legal deck. So we're just gonna grab all these just to say it's standard. That way I can get to my packs. Of course, not gonna play with this deck, but I have to do it for the sake of getting it done with. Okay, and I have 77 packs right now. Go to the shop. I'm gonna go up to 80. Let's do 80 packs. Sounds like a good number. Well, here we go. First pack of the new expansion. Got epic already. If you're holding a dragon, gain taunt and divine shield. That's interesting. Seeing paladin with dragons. Discover battlecry minion. It's pretty good. I mean, it could be good if you're going for the battlecry shaman deck that has a very good chance of being a thing now. Bonfire animal if you play animal last turn, draw a card. And this card, I'm not sure if it'll see play, but it seems pretty darn good. Give all minions -2 attack until the end of next turn with Echo. So until your next turn, you can have every creature just have 0 power, be able to do nothing. Which sounds pretty great to me. Hey, got my first golden rare of the new set. Draw the lowest cost minion from your deck. That could be some interesting build arounds, especially if you build it. Like, I think that card can be very interesting in my opinion. Gain 1 health. Okay, let's keep going. Draw a combo card from your deck. So if you're wondering why I'm not like scrolling over all of them, it's because they don't actually have the glow. Like you can look, none of them have the. Oh, maybe they do. I lied. Less man is 3 attack. Has tongue life steal. Okay, the all classes, the nightmare amalgam that literally has every tag in the game. Firmament sealed, so I went through well. Do 4 damage to me. If a minion died this turn, this costs 1. That's pretty interesting, for sure. We come up on that first legendary that we get. Okay. Phantom Militia. Pretty good. Echo, give your minions +1/+2. Is that something I just saw? That seems pretty good. Azalina Soul Thief. Okay. Replace your hand with a copy of your opponent's. So, I mean, if you want to create a steel deck, something just fun and goofy and wacky, or put it in, like, Dude Pally or a Paladin deck, Right as you run out of cards, just jam it, and then you have a handful of whatever your opponent has. I mean, either works. Okay, let's just keep going. Hey, that's the first legendary of the new set, besides the free one. You know, 5 damage randomly split among all enemies. Valkyrie, refresh your hero power. That could actually see play in OTK Paladin as a replacement for Auction Master Beardo and Burly Bullies. Um, make it where it's not just a one turn though. Rush game plus. Okay. So far, so good. We're through 12 packs. This is the 12th pack. Draw a card, gain 1 armor for each card in your hand. That's interesting. Valkyrie and Death Row put a secret from your deck into the battlefield. Oh, they're bringing back Secret Alley. Okay. I'm down. I guess that's why they printed another card for destroying secrets. In turn, both players draw a card. Interesting. This card, if you're going for the Battlecry Shaman with the new legendary, this card's going to be insane. Deal 3 damage to your opponent and gain 3. On a 3/3 body. I mean, if you're looking for that damage and for that ending game on the in Battlecry, it seems like it could turn out to be pretty good. Start your turn, deal 1 damage to your hero. Interesting. And my epic. Gloomstag. Taunt if your deck is only odd cards, gain +2/+2. Not that great, honestly. Like, I don't think it should be an epic for what it is. Especially since you limit yourself to only odds. Manage to a friendly character, discover a demon. Witch's Cauldron. I mean, you're already playing early games for Shaman, or early game minions. So when they, after a friendly minion dies, at a random Shaman spell, I mean, you can get hacks and a few other things. So that's not bad. It's kind of interesting. Somebody Death Row Million from your hand. Huh. I'm trying to think of what you could combo this with. I mean, like you can do this and get Obsidian Statue if you have one in your hand. It looked like it's priest exclusive. Another Coffin Crasher. 2 of the rogue. Deal 2 damage to a minion. Echo. Restore 6 health to all friendly characters. Sounds priest thing to do. Priests like to heal. Okay. So a random friendly beast that died this game. Okay, so it's another resurrection effect. So that could be something interesting to work off of, because you know how priests had big priests for a while. Now with the removal of barns, it's going to be a lot weaker, but it still can potentially be a thing. But now there's beast resurrection for druid. Oh, there's a free 100 dust. After friendly minion attacks, gain +1 armor. I mean, has a decent stat line for 5. I mean, it's a little bit weak, understand on power, but I mean, that's kind of the whole point of attacking with it. Rush game has +3 tactical damage. So if you go 1 drop on the 1/3 that deals damage to stuff, and then play this, and you have 4 damage that you can do to a minion on turn 2. Not horrible, but you can't punch face. Oh, this card. I wanted Book of Specters. Draw 3 cards, discard any spell drawn. So maybe like an Elemental Mage can come out of this with Frostless Jaina. Is what I'm thinking, because you make it more creature heavy, and because this won't discard Jaina, because she's not a spell, she's a Death Knight. So, I mean, it's an interesting thing that I know a few people have thought about. There's the guy I was talking about, Chief Inspector, destroy all secrets. If your hero took damage this turn, summon 2 1/1 bats. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a random 2-cost minion. I don't think this will see play just because of the potential of doomsayering yourself. Doesn't sound like the best possible idea. Another add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. So more cards that steal for rogue. Snap freeze, not sure if it'll see play, but freeze a minion if it's already frozen, destroy it. So it's just a better version of shatter. Oh, we got one. Double Master Dorian. Whenever you draw a card, summon a 1/1 copy of it. Okay, whenever you draw a minion, summon a 1/1 copy of it. So that's interesting. So you could run like Malagos and other things and have a deck that just draws and then somehow burns them. Like I feel like this could actually see play in the OTK druids that are going around. Like make it where they don't really have to play Barnabas as much. You just I mean they could definitely still play it just to make sure that they get it. But this makes it where you can just draw into your pieces and you don't have to just actually put them on the battlefield. I don't know, it could do a lot. Have 3 more attack, it has taunt and lifesteal. Okay. 2 random 1-cost minions to your hand. Rebuke. That card's going to be so disgusting. Making all of your opponent's spell cost 5 for 2. Or cost 5 more. It's basically like a low dev on a spell. It's going to be so good. Draw an elemental for your deck. Not horrible, especially if you're running an elemental deck or you have like one off elemental of like the amalgam because it's everything. So they just tutor it up. Minion in the battlefield gain +3/+3. So, no, both boards have to be completely clear. Elemental, Ribbon Might, +2/+2. Give random elemental to your hand. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Rare. One rare. Okay, we got another life drinker, so now I don't have to craft one. So that's nice. Not a curse of weakness. Find him. So we've gotten 3 legendaries, counting the one that we got for free when we loaded up. 2 dust bats. Why don't we play an echo card game +1/+1? So basically, it's like questing adventure, but only for echo cards. Interesting. Because you can play echoes, of course, multiple times in a turn. Sound the bells. Echo, give a minion +1/+2. That could potentially be really good. Hey, another Book of Specters. That's good. And another Bellringer Sentry to add just more secrets. Because Battlecry and Death Rattle. It's not quite as good as, I can't remember the name of it, but the card that puts all secrets from your deck onto the battlefield for Paladin. It's definitely not as good as that, but could definitely see some play. Draw a card, gain +1/+1. That's not bad at all. Especially with this Spectre. That's 2 mana, or the Book of Specters. 2 mana, draw 3. It's just strictly better than Arcane Intellect if you're running more creature heavy. I don't see a problem here at all. Mad Hatter. And toss hats on other mains. Each one gets +1/+1. poisonous, and rush. Rush, give your minions +1 attack. This will never see play. Spell damage +2. That's so weak. A 7 body 2/8 with spell damage? What on earth? There's a Murloc with Echo. I don't see anything wrong with that because late game it'll just fill your board with a bunch of 2/2s, so you're not completely running out of gas, and also helps with the quest if you do decide to go towards the Shaman quest, which kind of unlikely, but potential. Pickpocket and a random card to your hand. Yeah. So Rogue gain more utility for taking cards like Undercity Husker, I believe, and cards like that. That's pretty interesting. And my epic, reveal a weapon from your deck. Deals attack to all minions. Wow. Okay. So running Arcanite Reaper or anything like that makes for AoE board wipes that kind of would compare to Dragonfire Potion, except it doesn't non-specific to the Dragon tag. Pretty interesting. I don't know how that'll change Control Warrior, so we'll have to see how meta shapes up. For health and spell damage +1 each turn. That's not horrible. Depending on how you want it, could be a 1/4 or 4/1, so it can contest the board as well. Most likely, you'd probably want it as like a 1/4 if you're like running like Priest or something. Then you can Spirit Lash. Got like Vex Crow and Let's Revolt. Another Dark Possession. That's a little unfortunate. Starting to see a lot of duplicates even in my rares now. Like that. Spell damage if your deck has only odd number cards, draw a card. That's interesting. Oh, I got one golden and one normal. One rare, 2 rares, and that's it. 2 Squashlands. Only a dragon gain +1 attack and rush, so it's 5/4 that can punch a minion. Not the worst thing ever. And then Witchwood Piper, you got again draw card with the lowest amount. Ooh, 2 epics. Okay. Well, let's start with the rare. Royal Secrets, the Chief Inspector. Epic. Nightmare Malcolm. The all types tag, which I love the art for. It's just like a mix mash of little everything. And a Deadly Arsenal again. So I still think this is an interesting card to put in your deck for a warrior. The problem with it is after the cards are you no longer have weapons, you don't get anything. So it's like that in the respect to Dragon's Fury, Spiteful Summoner, and stuff like that. But it could be good. We'll just have to wait and see. Wind Blast. I think this card's actually pretty good because Hunter's trying to like get on the board, punch you in the face, and get in there. So most likely you're gonna trade, and then for 1 mana, deal 4 damage to their creature. Make sure that you have board control. I think it's gonna be a good card. Like I think a lot of hunters are actually going to be like, if people try and make control hunter work, they're definitely going to be using it. But I honestly just think the card will be good. Give a beast +3/+3, shuffle 3 copies into your deck with. That's not. That's interesting. Your hero attacks, give your minions +1/+1 silver sword. Oh my. That is definitely interesting, but for 8 mana, how good could that be? I mean, for 8 mana, that's after you like Sunkeeper Terran potential. Like at that point, you probably already have the board, but also you can play it and then go into uh, like Welcome to the Jungle, Lost in the Jungle, um, and the 5 mana summon 5/1/1 recruits cards and then attack with it. That way they get the buff as soon as you play them. So I think like at the high end you might play one, but I don't really see it seeing too much play. Maybe I'm entirely wrong. Turn, deal 1 damage to the Warlock. And Hatter. Whole bunch of nothing. Oh, we got a legendary. Which one could it be? Let's see. Chameleos. Each turn is your hand transforming into a card your opponent is holding. I don't think this card is going to be good. It's interesting. It could be a fun little build around, like if you're trying to do that's the theme of your deck. But I mean, it could snag a Goldon or a Frostless Shayna, but since it's changing every turn, it makes it a little bit hard to do that until it's the later stages of the game. And odds are they're going to try and play their big, heavy cost cards on curve if they can. If they can get a good enough value for them. Oh. Draw a rush menu. Town Crier. 1/2 for 1. That's horrible stats, and it gets you a rushman, so you can get that 2 cost rushman. You can get down on the board the next turn and then start competing for the board. And you draw a card, game +1/1. So Battlecry summon 2/1 summon 2/1 Drake poisonous Drake Slayer for your opponent? Why? What? Why? That's so bad. Like it's a 5/4 dragon for 3, so that's a good body, but you give them the poisonous to just kill it on their turn. Unless you have like a silence or something like that, it's not really worth running. Unless you're going to build your deck so that he sticks, whether it's poisonous, or not poisonous, but silence, holy smite, spirit lash, just thinking priest mainly. I don't see that seeing that much play. Or thinking about it, since they're trying to push the paladin dragon theme, you could run in paladin, have board state early, or any deck, and then play it, and then immediately trade into the poisonous with like with a 1/1, and just immediately get rid of it. So who knows? Maybe it might see play. Another silver sword. This run up on apple bomb, unless it's like, oh, Nizov's gone. So I don't see this thing any play really. Because I don't think it's gonna get to a meta where that little bit of health is gonna really matter. Taunt, give just nothing. A 5/8 for 5, but can't attack while damaged. I mean, Divine Hymn works well with it, Circle of Healing and stuff like that. But just why would you ever have this see play? Twilight Drake, it's a 4/8, like a majority of the time if you're not playing too many cards, or 4/7, 4/6. If you're running going for an inner fire combo, hey, it's just better to not have that unless you're running Lady in White. Another Wing Blast. for a Battlecry minion. I really want the legendary for Shaman. I really want that. The one that copies all Battlecries. I think it'll be an interesting build around, and I'm really hoping for it. More stealing, more rush. Want to deal 3 damage to a minion. If it kills it, add a coin to your hand. I mean, you get the ramp then, so it helps because Rogue also has counterfeit coins already built in, as well as you can potentially get the coin, and like that helps especially with like Kingsbane Rogue, where you're wanting to coin, play your minstrel, the 3/2, go search up your creatures. So getting a coin could help, but the fact that you have to deal damage to a minion, I'm not 100% sure LC's like. Mad Hatter. Paragon of Light. This minion has 3 or more attack. It has taunt and lifesteal. So I'm not sure if this activates when it's played, or if just right after it gets, if you buff it afterwards. Once it has 3 or more, then pretty sure it's like once you buff it while it's on the field. Still a pretty cool mechanic. Actually, it'd be like one of the first ones like that. Cinderstorm. Another Blood Witch. A little disappointing. Zap, deal 2 damage to minion, overload, and 0. Not a horrible removal tool at all. Another Life Drinker, deal 3 damage to enemy hero, and gain 3 health. Battlecry. Another Coffin Crasher, which I'm still trying to figure out like what would be the best way to use this, because Deathwing Dragonlord is out of the meta now. Like, it's gone. It went out with Old God, so Life Drinker Echo, deal 1 damage to all minions. So it's a 2-mana whirlwind, but you can use it up to 5 turns in 1 turn. I mean, that's kind of, that's things that Argos actually see play. I mean, it works with Rotface because you can use Rotface multiple times in a turn. Also, it's just good board clear, which is a Prince Taunt and a random Shaman spell. This card's so derpy. I love the flavor on it. Man, that was a Shaman heavy pack. They all get Hagatha from lucky. Okay, we have an epic. Rare, Curse Weakness, and not another Gloom Stag. Whoops. Alright, draw an elemental from your deck. Epic Sandbinder. Bad. Probably going to be used as a tech card a lot now. And if you play an elemental last turn, I really like the idea of this elemental mage. Like, I'm torn between Shaman, Battlecry Shaman, and elemental mage, honestly, right now. This card's not going to see play. After your hero attacks, gives Echo and Rush. Oh, another legendary. Glenda Krauskin. Crowskin. Minions in your hand have Echo. Now, this card has very good potential. Like, so if you have Echo with the Summoning Portal, the 0/4 that makes your minions cost 2 less, and you have like 2 of those on the field, and then you have her, and then you can just start dropping Doom Guards or whatever, because Doom card discards, and then it adds a copy of the Echo from your hand, if I remember correctly. So you can like play a bunch of cheap Doom Guards and punch them in the face, or other stuff like that. I think it's going to be a very interesting card, and I'd love to see how this is gets worked into a few decks. I cannot wait. It's definitely going to be something on a lot of people's to test list review. And that card's going to make Paladin so good. Witching Hour. Some random friendly beasts that died this game. So, what good beasts are there in Druid? That's the real question. I mean, Tyrannus, right? He's a beast. So, if he's the only one that's died this game, just summon him. I mean, Massive, 2/1 Echo Rush. It kind of reminds me of Release the Hounds, except it has 2 power, and it can only attack minions. But, I mean, that's kind of what Release the Hounds does, since you only get as many as there are minions. Carrion Drake. Battlecry, if a minion dies this turn, gain poisonous. That's not a bad effect, and it's on a decent body. But, like, the health is good for that, because now you can probably chump into something with 5 attack, like, there's a bunch, but you can jump into something with like 5 or 6 attack, poison them, and then potentially pick off something else or force them to play around it. I don't know why I drew a blank. Another Witching Hour. Here, we're just gonna get another 7 more. Ooh, another epic. Ratcatcher. Destroy a friendly minion and gain its attack and health. So, cube. I'm gonna pop my cube. I'm gonna make it 6/8 with Rush. And I'm gonna get these Doom Guards back. Use the cube for. Just other ways to pop cube is what I see with that. Life Trigger. Down to our last 7 packs. Golden Rare, Golden Common. That's good dust value. There's just have like a billion of them now. Another Cinderstorm. Now we're discovering Battlecries. Which, can we just talk about that 8 mana 7/7 elemental lord? Like, so bad. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have a 8 mana 7/7 that creates that increases my elemental's attack by 1. Yeah, that sounds good. And epic. Hidden Wisdom. After your opponent plays plays 3 cards in a turn, draw 2 cards. This card actually is interesting to say the least. It makes it where if it's like a rogue mill deck, this hurts you. Oh, Cold Light Oracle's gone. So we don't have that mill potential except with Vanish and Sap. You don't have it as easily for both players to draw cards, so that's going to be difficult. This card just refills your hand. I mean, only downside is if someone finds a way to add cards to your hand or anything like that and make you force you to mill. Nine Shield Rush. Ooh. That could be an 8/3 with Rush and Divine Shield. So you can, like, if you go like Lich King, you can play this after and then pop it. But then it's just an 8/3 and then kind of dies to a lot. I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. Down to our last pack. Wish it luck. And just plop it into place. Ah. Holy water. That's new. Deal 4 damage to minion if it kills it. Add a copy of it to your hand? What? That's interesting. I don't think it's good, but that's kind of cool mechanic. I like it.